Hello, thank you for joining me today. Welcome to my channel. My name is Regina, and today we're going to do another 7 minutes of grounding. I don't know, I just feel the heightened energy in the last couple of days. Yesterday, I could just feel like a lot of change at work and in the world, and I just really realized that I just need to kind of like step back. Based on my personality and some stuff that happened in my childhood, I always felt like I needed to like step in to fix things that I was afraid of what would happen if I didn't. I think that kind of came out like recently when I tried to help out a friend, and it just brought up all those feelings of like, if I don't, who will? And the truth is that, there's a lot of people who could have helped him instead of me. In any case, I just realized like at work and in other areas of my life, like with family and stuff, that I just really kind of need to like step back and stop doing so much. That if things are meant to come apart a bit, maybe that's what's being asked, so that things could be re-evaluated or re-looked at, or change is just happening in general. In work, I wanted to point out like, where it's not working the process, but the overall process is being changed anyway. So it just left me feeling a bit powerless. Again, I just want to bring it back to our focus is about grounding. I'm out here under the tree. You can hear the wind wrestling again today. And it's about kind of like going within. As I mentioned in my other days, I've been kind of doing a lot of cooking, and I had some MCT oil. It's basically like a coconut oil, or it just has like some minerals and enzymes. If you were fasting, it would be a really good thing to take every day. And I tried a little bit of it. It was in my refrigerator, like I figured it was safe in my refrigerator for a while. And I had some yesterday, it was fine. And then I had like more today, and it didn't go down so well. I mean, it went down fine, but then it kind of left me not so well. And so I think it just like left me having to go within. And before I could show up for anybody else today, I kind of had to take care of myself. And it's kind of been a good lesson or kind of metaphor for life, is that you need to get grounded, touch a tree for 7 minutes, connect with nature for 7 minutes, whatever it is that's going on in your world. I realize sometimes you have kids or children or something and you really can't step away for 7 minutes, but to the best of your ability, if you can step away from something for 7 minutes, I think it's really important to have that space and to ground. So I have my bare feet in the ground. I'm grounding. I'm connecting to my tree here. What a beautiful tree. I named her Francesca because, it just seemed like an appropriate name. And just really kind of, try to connect with the outdoors. I think it's also like take a deep breath and, I guess I resonate with Jesus, however you guys resonate. But I think it's kind of about turning things over and not feeling like you have to try to handle it all alone, or that you can just breathe and let things kind of unfold. And, a lot of times when we try to force solutions, we kind of make things worse. So I'm going to take a couple deep breaths, and I encourage you to do so too. And just let go of whatever's, happening in the day. Be present. To be honest, I have my eyes shut, so I'm just enjoying kind of like listening and sensing and just being for this 7 minutes. I would love to hear from you and what's going on in your world, and that this is something that we can do together, that we can, there's an airplane going by, so you guys might not be able to hear me very well. I think I just need to be patient with that and let the airplane pass. That's a very loud airplane. That's a very loud airplane. There's a lot going on around me. I live near a Navy base, and there's also the Simi fires near me, so that all that air traffic might have something to do with that. But that's like a perfect example of how you just have to kind of relax and be. I kept trying to talk over the airplane, thinking that it was almost over or that it's getting better, but I just kind of had to relax and be patient and just let it be. You know, some days I think that's a harder lesson for me than others, and I think when there's a lot of change in the world, you just want to do something to kind of make you feel like you're taking action or that you're in the world. But sometimes, you know, that's just not the right decision. Sometimes you just need to ground and relax and get focused. And, you know, once you're in a better place with your energy, then you have more energy and better energy to show up in the world. So I'm just doing my grounding thing and just being in the world and just observing it. And, you know, it's around 3 o'clock here, so it's kind of the afternoon. It's warm, it's sunny, it's May. It's just nice to be able to take all that in and just be. I think when you don't feel like meditating, that you just kind of feel like you're not in the right place for it, that's actually when you need it the most. Today I was sort of inspired listening to Lori Ladd. You know, again, if I mention things and they're not for everyone, that's fine. Lori does a lot, like she did a meditation with Jesus today, and she talks about, you know, the energy and, you know, connecting to Jesus and listening to what he says. And she was kind of saying that sometimes you have to be like all alone in order to really hear messages that are meant for you, wherever you get them from. And that kind of like makes sense. There's some stuff going on in my family, my bigger family, and you know, maybe it's not meant for me. Maybe I'm meant to have some quiet time instead. Or, you know, kind of the same thing with work, is that rather than sort of engaging, maybe I'm meant to, you know, listen more and stand back a little more. So I hope some of this is inspiring to you, and that you can share whatever it is that resonates with you with what I'm saying. I would love to hear from you. And I hope that you're doing whatever it is that you need to do to take care of yourself this year in this energy. You know, I think that we're just going to continue to have change. I remember the beginning of the year, Pam Gregory was saying that who you are in the beginning of 2026 is not who you're going to be at the end of 2026. And it's like I'm trying to think, it's a 1 year in the sense that if you add up the numbers in the year, last year was a 9 year, and this year is the beginning of something new. So, you know, I think this year is setting the stage for a lot of change in the world. And I think that not knowing what the future holds is, you know, it can be a little unnerving to say the least, you know, like AI and technology and, you know, just everything that they can do to monitor us and, you know what we're doing. And You know, I think it just makes that even more important to sort of be able to check in yourself and ground and get outside and connect with the tree. Anyway, thank you for being here, and I look forward to connecting with you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye now.